Hi dear students, welcome back to YGC Circle. In this video we are going to discuss some reference writing. These questions will carry you 3 marks for each question. So let's learn one by one. First question. We will all go hungry this year. This line has been selected from the lesson A Letter to God, and this story or lesson is written by G.L. Fuentes. Lencho said these above words to his wife. When the hailstorm hits Lencho's cornfield, the crop was completely destroyed. The only income source of Lencho was that cornfield. So, saddened by this misfortune, Lencho said these above words to his wife. This is the first reference. Let's look at the second one. The post office employees are a bunch of crook. This line has been selected from the lesson A Letter to God, written by G.L. Fuentes. Same lesson. Lencho wrote the above sentence in his second letter to God. Remember this. He wrote these words in his second letter to God. In his first letter, Lencho requested God to send him 100 pesos, but he received only 70 pesos, which was collected by the post office employees. Without knowing the fact, Lencho thought that 30 pesos was stolen by those employees and they are the crooks. That's why he wrote second letter to God. See that here we can see the reason why he had written the second letter. The reason is that for the remaining amount, and used the above words for the post office employees. Yes, he called the post employees officers as bunch of crook. Why? Because he thought that they had stolen his money. That's why. Third reference. He stalks in his vivid stripes. This line has been selected from the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. This poem is written by Leslie Norris. In these words, the poet is showing the condition of the tiger in the zoo. Yes, look at here. Here the poet is telling us the condition of the tiger in the zoo. The tiger is kept in the cage in a zoo. Yes, this is the real condition. It is kept in the cage, and it doesn't have its natural forest to walk around. Yes, the natural place of the tiger is a forest, but now it is in the cage in a zoo. He is like a prisoner in all jail now. Yes, he is looking like a prisoner in the jail. With his yellow stripes on his body, he can take only a few steps inside that small cage with hidden anger. See that he has his hidden anger. He is not showing because it is not possible to show his anger because it is in the cage. This shows the pathetic condition of the tiger inside the cage. Fourth one. He should be snarling around houses. This line has been selected from the poem A Tiger in the Zoo, another sentence written by Leslie Norris. In these words, the poet is showing the condition of the tiger in the zoo. Yes, here also the poet is describing about the condition of this tiger. According to the poet, a free tiger should be roaring around the houses located at the jungle's edge. See that if that tiger is outside of that zoo, it may be simply roaring and around the houses located at the jungle edge. Yes, he should be showing his sharp teeth and his claws to terrorize the villagers. Yes, when these villagers saw these type of tiger, they definitely get terrified by the look of the tiger. Next one. Gagaga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food. This line has been selected from the story His First Flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty. The young seagull bird was starving but not ready to fly. Starving means very much hungry. Realizing his madness for the food. Yes, he was starving because he wanted food. She became mad here. His mother tried to tempt him with pieces of fish. The mother tore the fish in the manner the young seagull loved to eat. By looking the scene, the young seagull bird cried for the food like this. Yes, these Gagaga words shows that it was crying for the food. It is asking some food from his mother. The mother bird uses the trick to encourage him to fly. Yes, the mother bird is encouraging that bird to fly. Next one. He saw a vast green sea beneath him. This line has been selected from the story His First Flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty. When the young seagull bird dives at the fish and started falling downwards, it was scared and screamed with fear. He saw the green sea beneath him. All the family members landed on the green sea. They called the young seagull to be with them. Earlier, the young bird thought he might sink in the green sea. Yes, earlier it was afraid. Why? Because it might sink in the green sea. It was thinking like that. But that did not happen. The young bird finally learned the art of flying. Next one. Seventh, I ought to go to Paris. This line has been selected from the story His First Flight, and this story is written by Frederick Forsyth. The narrator thought like this. Yes, the narrator is thinking himself like this. He is not telling these words to anybody. When the narrator reached 150 km beyond Paris, he suddenly saw huge storm clouds in front of him. Yes, when he reached that 150 km, he saw some very huge storm clouds in the sky. He also did not have enough fuel. See, that another problem is that he didn't have enough fuel to go around the clouds. It is very difficult for him. So he thought of going back to Paris. Next one. Paris control, can you hear me? This line has been selected from the story His First Flight, written by Frederick Forsyth. While the narrator was flying his plane through the clouds, everything went out of control. He was unable to see because everything outside the plane was black. Yes, totally, the outside world became black for him because everywhere there are so many clouds. That's why. The aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. His compass stopped working. Yes, see that the condition of the narrator. His compass stopped working. So it is very difficult situation. He tried to contact the Paris control. See that when the total whole world become black, he wanted to contact with the Paris control. That's why he is calling them and he asking for directions. But his radio had also stopped working. Next one. No other aeroplane were flying tonight. This line has been selected from the story His First Flight, written by Frederick Forsyth. Narrator landed his plane safely with the help of mysterious plane. See that the narrator landed his plane with the help of a mysterious plane. After landing, the narrator went to the control center of the airport. Yes, after he landed that aeroplane, he wanted to meet that person, that mysterious person. That's why he went to control center of the airport. He asked the woman in the control center about the mysterious plane. He wanted to thank its pilot. See, the reason is that he wanted to thank that another pilot for guiding him in the storm. The woman looked at him strangely and laughed. She told him that there was no other plane flying except his on such a stormy night. Yes, suddenly that woman looked strangely and she started to laugh. And she told that there is no other plane. So the narrator completely became shocked by her words. 10th one. I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street. This line has been selected from the poem The Ball Poem by John Berryman. The poet himself saw the ball bouncing happily down the street and then falling into the water. Yes, when that poet coming there, he saw that the ball was simply bouncing and it went to falling water. The poet says that there is no use to tell the boy that there are other balls because he would get many other balls, but he would never be able to get the lost ball and the memories associated with it. So this poem, as you know already, telling about some materialistic attachment of human beings. Next one. I would not intrude on him. A dime another ball is worthless. In these lines, the poet described the condition of the boy after losing his ball. The boy is filled with sorrow and just keeps standing in the direction where the ball is going. The poet says that he would not interfere in the boy's thoughts as he feels that through this experience the boy will learn the meaning of loss. Yes, here the poet wanted to teach him a lesson, that is, the boy will learn the meaning of loss. This is very important lesson he should learn in his life. That's why the poet also not offering him any money, and he is also not ready to interfere with that boy's incident. Next one. Paper has more patience than people. This line has been selected from the lesson From the Diary of Anne Frank. Anne Frank was gifted a diary by her father. Yes, remember this. Her father gave her a diary as a gift. She found writing to be a strange experience. In her first entry, she expressed her desire to confide everything to the diary. Say that she wanted to express everything because she has confidence in the diary. She felt that paper has more patience than people. This is also very important line. Remember, she thought that paper has more patience than people because she considered the diary to be a real friend. She also considered that diary as a real friend with whom she could share her secrets. Yes, if she shared her secrets with anybody, they can share with other people, but this diary can't share with other people. That's why she strongly believed that diary. Next one. Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. This line has been selected from the lesson From the Diary of Anne Frank. Anne was a good student and had a good relationship with all the teachers except Mr. Kissing, her maths teacher. She was always annoyed by her talkative nature. He used to give her extra homework as punishment. Yes, remember this one. Always the maths teacher, Mr. Kissing, always used to give some extra homework to Anne Frank because she was always a talkative girl in the classroom. That's why. He asked her to write many essays, including third essay topic, Quack, 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 said Mr. Chatterbox. Yes, this is the title of the third essay which is given by Mr. Kissing to Anne Frank. Next one, 14th one. All lined up in my closet. This line has been selected from the lesson The 100 Dresses written by Eleanor Estes. Wanda said these above words to Peggy and Maddie. Remember, whenever Peggy and Maddie find Wanda alone in the schoolyard, they wanted to tease her. Yes, always they wanted to tease Wanda by asking her many questions. They asked her about number of dresses she had. This is their first question. Always they are asking how many dresses she has. That time Wanda used to say the above words. She had 100 dresses and all lined up in closet. This sentence she oftenly used to tell about her dresses. 15th one. Don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Wanda? This line has been selected from the lesson The 100 Dresses, and written by Eleanor Estes. Peggy's friends used to ask the above question to Peggy. Yes, her friends always used to ask this question. Peggy and Maddie always used to tease Wanda on the topic of the dresses she had. Yes, already we know that. They always used to tease her. So sometimes their friends asked the above question to them. Yes, sometimes the other friends, they used to ask this question to Peggy and Maddie. But Peggy used to justify her teasing nature. She always giving justification. Next one. Hey, let's go and see if that kid has left town or not. This line has been selected from the lesson The 100 Dresses, written by Eleanor Estes. Peggy said these above words to Maddie. When the teacher read the letter of Wanda's father in classroom, they came to know that Wanda's family had shifted to a big city. All the students became silent and they became very sad also. And everybody was feeling ashamed of their behavior towards Wanda. See that earlier they used to tease her. That's why Wanda is leaving the town, and all the other students are become very sad because of their own behavior. When the school was dismissed in the afternoon, Peggy said the above words to Maddie. Yes, here they wanted to meet Wanda. That's why they are telling these words. Next one. I think that's where the Petronski live. This line has been selected from the lesson The 100 Dresses, written by Eleanor Estes. Maddie said these above words to Peggy. When the teacher read the letter of Wanda's father in classroom, they come to know that Wanda's family had shifted to a big city. All the students became silent and everybody was feeling ashamed of their behavior towards Wanda. After school, Peggy and Maddie decided to go to visit Wanda's house, and they were searching for the house. When they reached Wanda's house, Maddie said these above words. 18th one. Look, she drew you. That's you. This line has been selected from the lesson The 100 Dresses, written by Eleanor Estes. Maddie said these above words to Peggy with surprise. While Maddie saw herself in the sketch gifted by Wanda, she surprised and went to Peggy's house hurriedly to see another sketch. She showed the drawing to Peggy and said that the drawing which Peggy had looked like Peggy that time she used these above words. Next one. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. This line has been selected from the poem Animals, written by Walt Whitman. In this line, the poet says that he wants to turn into an animal. See that here, the wish of the poet, he wanted to become an animal and wants to live with animals. Always he wanted to spend the time, means he always want to stay with animals, because according to the poet, the animals looks calm, peaceful and self-controlled. Question number 20. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. This line has been selected from the poem Animals, written by Walt Whitman. In this line, the poet says that animals do not complain and cry about their condition like humans do. Always human beings complain about their condition, but animals not. Unlike humans, animals do not stay awake in the night and weep for the sins done by them. Here the poet means that animals are different from human beings because they do not show anger or any grief. That's why you wanted to become one of the animals. Next one. They bring me tokens of myself. This line has been selected from the poem Animals, written by Walt Whitman. In this line, the poet says that the animals show their similarities to him which he accepts happily. He feels that animals represent human beings in some way. They seem to have innate qualities like kindness, self-contentment, etc. Mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose. This line has been selected from the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash. In this line, the poet is introducing the dragon and its appearance. Custard the dragon has big sharp teeth, spikes on his top, and scales on his stomach. His mouth has been compared to a fireplace. Remember this. Here the poet is comparing the mouth of the dragon to a fireplace because it is assured by the poet that dragons can release fire from their mouth. His nose is compared to chimney. Yes, here the poet is comparing the nose of the dragon to a chimney from which the smoke comes out. His toes are so pointed and sharp that they could cut anything like a dagger. Ink and Blink chained the lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a race. These lines have been selected from the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash. In these lines, the poet compares the bravery of all the characters of the poem. The poet is comparing Belinda's bravery has been compared to the bravery of a group of bears. And Ink and Blink have the power to chase away lions down the stairs. Mustard's bravery has been compared with that of an angry tiger. Custard is completely opposite to all of them because he was a coward who always demanded a safe case. He fired 2 bullets but they didn't hit. This line has been selected from the poem The Tale of Custard the Dragon, written by Ogden Nash. When the pirate attacked the Belinda's house, all the pets ran away for their lives. See that all the other animals are running away because they wanted to save themselves. But the Custard fought with bravery. The pirate took out his pistol and fired 2 bullets at Custard, but he failed to hit the Custard. Finally, Custard swallowed the pirate. Here, the Custard shows its bravery in front of all other animals. These are some references. These are for practices. Practice more sentences with the help of your textbook. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with your friends and also let them learn these references. Thank you and bye bye. Keep learning.